to Kids Church. Today we have another wonderful church family bringing Kids Church to you. I'm in a house and I'm with... Tell him your name. Hermano! Can you say that to the camera? Hermano. Can you say what you like, Hermano? What did you tell me you liked?
I like gardening.
He likes gardening. How exciting. Who else do we have here with us today? We have Stephen! And what does Stephen like?
I like Five and Sam.
Five and Sam. And what did you both tell me you like too?
I like to move it, move it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Whoop whoop.
Let's do the drawing one.
Oh, the drawing. Well, just so you know, if you watch church later, Stephen here has been doing his drawing for adult church, which is a lovely picture of Debbie and Nino. And I'm loving it. He's putting them in a sunny picture. It's all very beautiful. We do like our art, don't we?
Yeah, like kids drawing.
Kids drawing.
Like kids craft. I love crafts.
Kids craft. It was good news because we've got kids craft today with Albert, and they have a friend with them called Demi, I think, which is very exciting.
Debbie and Nino.
Debbie and Nino.
I know they come here.
Oh, they're not coming here. Debbie and Nino we'll see in the other church service. Kids Church today is so full of lots of people that it's just uber exciting. And we're going to be talking today a little bit like last week. Do you remember what we talked about last week?
Yeah.
What did we talk about last week?
Thomas Land.
Thomas Land? I'm not sure Granny McCauley talked about Thomas Land last week. Do you remember what she talked about last week when we were with Luke and Naomi? And we were talking about the beginning of the world and the first two people that lived on the earth. Do you remember their names? Adam and Eve.
Abby.
Abby, she wishes. Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. And yeah, well, they lived in the Garden of Eden, which was a beautiful garden. So
I was thinking about that.
You were thinking about it. Well, this is it. We're going to talk a little
I'm
bit.
drawing about that.
It's like he knew. He knew. He's drawing about it. We're thinking about it. We're going to talk about the garden. We're going to talk about creation.
I'm going to draw the garden.
And again, I feel like Kids Church, you know, Vicky's a bit boring. So we've invited my great great granny. Granny McCauley is coming in.
That's you.
No, it's not me.
You're dressing up.
No, I'm not dressed. What is this boy saying, people?
You're not your wig.
No, I've not got a wig. Okay. Hello, everybody. Granny McCauley here again. Vicky's asked me to come and help with the children today. Now, remind me of your name. Hermano. That's a lovely name. And you must be... Stephen. That's your real name?
Yes.
Oh, well, that is good, because we do want to use people's actual names if we can. So, guys, today, Vicky has asked me to talk a little bit more about the world. Yeah? Yes. And she's given me this lovely Bible called the First Bible. Do you think that was the first Bible ever written? I don't
Yeah, and this is the earth.
That is the earth, yes. That is wonderful. Oh.
Yeah. Let me see.
Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to have a look at the story of how Earth was made and creation, and then you can find the pictures that you think are linked to my story.
Weather.
So, yes, well, so it says, in the beginning, there was
the weather.
well, there was nothing. It was dark and quiet. And then there was no people, there were no birds. Yes. Then God spoke. Oh, this is a good one, guys. Let there be light. Let there be sun to shine. So can we find a picture of the sun, of light? Wonderful. Do you want to show it to the camera so they can see? That is our picture of the light. Wonderful. Okay, next one. God kept the dark from nighttime. He made the moon and stars to shine in the dark. Do we have a picture of the moon and the stars? That's the sky, isn't it? I think there might be one on the table somewhere of a moon.
Moon.
The moon.
Here.
Ah, Stephen, well done. Would you like to show that one to the camera? The moon and stars. Yes. Okie dokie. So then, that means we have night and daytime. So there was the sky. So have you got the sky there, Hermione? Do you want to show a picture of the sky? And the land. So what's the land? Yes, earth, that's right. And the sea. Have we got, yeah, that's the, yeah, do you want to show the picture? And then they added things, they didn't want it to be empty, so he added things like the plants. So can we find some plants? Well, that's the fruits from the tree, so you can show that one as well. I think that might be an animal, so that might be next. Okay, yeah, show these ones to the camera. So we've got the trees and the forest and all the beautiful land, which is exciting. And the flowers. But, oh, what do we need on the land and in the sea? Animals! So what have you got there, Stephen? What's in that hand?
I don't.
It's a whale.
A whale?
That is a very important whale. It's the biggest creature in the world. Did you know that? It's the biggest creature. This whale, let's just show you. This whale is the same size as 33 elephants.
And this one.
That's really quite big, isn't it?
Bigger than giraffes.
Oh, you found a giraffe. Oh, I do love a giraffe. They've got lovely long necks. And then, and an elephant. I love an elephant. Oh, now do you know, this is my favourite out of all three animals, is the panda. They're very cutesy-wootsy. I saw a video on TokTik the other day, and it had a panda rolling around in a basket of leaves. Oh, it was delightful. Ooh, a spider. Have you seen a spider? Now, some people are scared of spiders.
I'm scared of spiders.
I'm allergic to spiders. You're scared of spiders? I'm scared of candy floss. I mean, it's like cotton wool that you eat. Why would you want that? Candy floss.
Yes.
Are you scared of anything?
I'm scared of spiders.
Spiders and spider. And we've got, oh, that's right. We have to put the birds in the sky. So we've got some flamingos. Oh, yes, and the sky. Look at all these things that we know. And we
It's flying away.
And then, what was the last thing that God put on the earth? People. And that took us to last week's story about Adam and Eve. So God put all of this effort into making our beautiful world and the universe. It didn't happen by chance. God put it there. God gave us this beautiful world. And what are we meant to do with our beautiful world?
What's that?
Oh, this is a lake, I think.
Where did you live in?
Where do I live in? Oh, well, Granny McCauley is from somewhere over here. Somewhere on there.
Yeah. I'm over here.
Yes, right over there. What?
We are over here.
Are we? Do you know, these boys are so clever. They know so very much. So much more than I do. In fact, I've got some facts for you all. Let me just find my little piece of paper. So something that we have to think about is that God, he created the world and he wanted us to look after it for him. So what can we do to help look after God's world?
Clean up our bedroom.
Clean up our bedrooms. Well, I think you've been listening to Luke Derry. It is important to clean up our bedrooms and our toys when we're told to. What about
our lounge?
And our lounge. What about things like plastic? We got to try not to use so much plastic, don't we?
Yeah, when we're making crafts.
And what about putting our rubbish out on the road? Should we just throw our packet of crisps on the park floor?
No.
Where should we go?
In a bin.
In a bin. Put your rubbish in a bin, that's right. And what about the animals of the world? Should we look after those, do you think?
Yes.
Do you think God wants us to look after the animals?
Yes. Very true.
So folks, it's really important that we look after this beautiful, lovely world that God has given us. And if you have animals, you look after them. And even if you don't, when you're outside, we should look after all of the animals that we see. And we should look after the plants and the trees. And we should be so grateful to God for the beautiful world he has given us. And when you see Nadia and Albert in a moment, you will see they sing a song about the whole world.
I can move it, move it.
They like to move it, they like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I actually like a song that sings about the animals, and it says, if I were a butterfly, I thank you, Lord, for giving me wings. Yes, and the animal that I think I'm like is there's a song. It says, if I were a fuzzy wuzzy bear, I thank you, Lord, for my fuzzy wuzzy hair. I have hair that is fuzzy, so I am like the fuzzy bear. Are you like an animal?
No.
No. Oh, well there you are. They're not like animals. I am like the fuzzy bear.
I just like panda.
Oh, he likes the panda. Well, the panda is cool. So here's some interesting information about your world. The Atlantic blue whale, which is this one, he is the size of 33 elephants. Did you know? Did you know? Could you tell me, how old do you think the oldest tree is in the world?
I don't know. Thousands.
Thousands.
1,099.
That is so close. It's 4,700 years old.
What the?
Huge.
Usually in Santa Claus, I'm good.
How many people do you think there are in the world?
120.99.
120.99. Well, I can tell you there's 7.594 billion people in the world. That is so many.
That's bigger
people.
than gods.
Now, here's an interesting question. How long do you think it would take you to walk around the whole world? How many days do you think it would take you to walk around the whole world?
100.
100 days?
100,000 by 100.
100,000 by 100.
That's the biggest number I ever.
I can tell you it is approximately 25. My maths is not very good. You see, I'm old. We used to do written maths. 25000 miles. You work that out. It would take you an average of 88,300 hours, which is just under 346 days. And do you know there are 365 days in a whole year? So it would take you just under a year to walk the whole way round the world.
Whoa, 29 days.
Okay, last question. What is the smallest creature in the world?
A panda.
A panda? You think a panda's the answer to everything? Ants. I thought that too, but apparently according to the world of Google, did you know there's, yes, Professor Google, he knows everything. It's the Etruscan shrew.
What is
Who knew? Who knew? Apparently it weighs only 0.04 to 0.1 ounce. And it's the world's smallest mammal. Oh, I suppose it's a mammal, not an insect. So, Anywho, what that shows us is God, you know, he didn't put these things here by chance. That shrew is meant to be here. That giant whale is meant to be here. Our world is here for a reason, and we must protect and look after it. So children, this week, make sure you look after your world. Now it's time to go and see Albert and his friend and Nadia making some beautiful pictures about our world.
Hi, my name is Nadia.
My name is Danny.
And my name is Albert, as you recently seen.
Yes, and today we're going to make some art. So, Albert and Danny, please tell us what did we collect?
We collect 4 leaves, each of us, and then
Yes,
potatoes.
all kinds of different leaves. Just hold on a minute. All kinds of different leaves, different ones. Yes.
and then we cut potatoes and carrots.
Potatoes and carrots, and we've cut them in half. And then we've also got all kinds of different colors of paint. And each one also gets a paintbrush. And of course, last but not least, is a piece of paper for each. So, Danny and Albert, do you know who was the first people on Earth?
No.
Yep.
I don't.
Yes,
Adam and Zaev.
Adam and Eve. They were the first people that God created. And they lived in a place called, do you know?
I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
Okay, they lived in a beautiful, beautiful garden. called
The Garden of. I can't remember the last word.
Eden.
Oh man, oh, I was so close. I knew it was something like that.
Eden was a beautiful garden. Everything inside Eden was beautiful and perfect. There was flowers and beautiful trees and one tree full
Of
apples. Yes.
But they do not eat the apples.
They're not allowed to eat the apples.
Yeah.
Because there is the devil
Hey,
there.
now I
In
remember.
the
Now
sky.
you remember.
The devil is in disguise as a snake.
Yes. Okay,
A
but
talking snake. of
so what we're going to do today is we're going to create on our piece of paper a beautiful garden
Okay.
with amazing leaves,
Are we gonna give
and
them apples?
apples, etc.
Oh,
But
okay,
today is
apples.
not a painting day.
Oh.
Today is a printing day. I'm going to show you how to use the potatoes and the carrots
and-
and the leaves to print with. Are you excited?
Yep.
So the first thing you do is you take all your items, all your leaves, your carrot and your potato, and you pack them at the top of your page.
Oh, sorry, that's your potato. Bum, 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 radical and mystery.
I take my paint, I put my paintbrush into the paint, I paint my little leaf full of paint. Look, look, you have to look, otherwise you won't know. I've painted my whole leaf with paint, then I turn it around and then I press it hard onto the paper and then you lift it up and then you go again, but then you can maybe take another color and do it with another color. I've specifically put a tablecloth on the table that I don't mind to get full of paint, so I don't mind if you actually paint on the tablecloth. So then you press it down and lift it up. Okay, you can go.
Nick. Oh, okay, I don't think we are actually.
Well done.
Where's the green?
Oh. So, through wet places. Oh, you're making it up?
Wow, that's pretty.
Whoa. No, I have to see this happen. Okay, so that looks
Wow, that's so
that doesn't
cute.
look
If you find that you struggle to get your leaf nice and flat, you can always use a potato to press it down.
I'm trying to do
I have
that
my
and it's
potato.
There we
going.
go.
Oh
So
yeah,
I've
this
put,
is fun.
I've put it down here.
Easy.
Now I
Oh,
take my
no.
potato and just press it down onto
Oh wow!
the leaf.
That didn't end up actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's not well.
Ta-da.
This is really
Okay, go Albert.
Okay, let's just dip that in there. Then it will come out like this. Then maybe I can make cherries.
Yes. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Oh.
You are enough.
Oh.
My paint's not working.
I think I'm gonna have to go for the apple pie.
It's looking great.
Yeah,
Well
all of these are
done.
the same, but it's not working.
Yeah, but then take maybe another.
Okay, I'm gonna make an apple.
Another type. Try this one.
Oh,
Paint
I
it on
did the
that side.
front.
Ready, steady, go.
He
He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 He's got the smallest baby in his hands. He's got the smallest baby in his hands. He's got the smallest baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the biggest dinosaur
In his hands,
He's got the biggest dinosaur in his hands. He's got the biggest dead dinosaur in his hands. He's got the biggest dead in his hands. He's got my mother and my father in his hands. He's got my mother and my father
In his hands he's got my mother and my father. In his hands he's got the whole world in his hands.
He's got my school friends.
In his hands he's got my school friends. In his hands he's got the whole friends. In his hands he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Well done. Okay, Albert and Danny, are you ready to show me your
I
pictures?
think I might be.
Yay!
Mine is very weird because like the apple and the cherry, the roots are combined, so I think it has a medical.
Oh, you're going to press it against her.
It has.
This looks beautiful.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Well done. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and see you next week.
See you next week and
Bye.
guess whose arm this is?
Say bye.
Albert. Albert?
Bye.
Bye. That's totally hers.
That's totally yours.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He's higher than the skyscraper, and He's deeper than the sun. He's wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. He's loving since the world began.
Woo woo! Great dancing, boys! Welcome back. Wow, what a morning. We saw Granny McCauley again. Brilliant art and craft with Albert and a guest appearance from Danny. And we've had so much fun with Stephen and Hermano this morning. So, really exciting. We'd love to have you all involved in Kids Church. If you would like to be on the screen and you want to dance and sing, or you want to do some art, or you want to come on and talk about one of our stories, please get your parents to get in touch. You can type on here now. You can send an email to kids@wokinghamvineyard.org. I'm sure your parents know how to get hold of Debbie and myself, So get in touch so that we can get you involved. Now, to end Kids Church today, just realised I'm looking at the screen, not the camera. I have, again, a quiz for you because last week we seemed to quite like having a quiz. So, first question. Trying to remember who it was that said it now. Granny McCauley said that the biggest creature in the world was the Antarctic blue whale. Now, can you remember how many elephants she said were the same size as the whale? So she said there was a certain number of elephants were the same size as the whale. So type your answers in the box. And let's see. The answer is 33. 33 elephants. Okay, a question about Granny McCauley. What is Granny McCauley scared of? What did she say she was scared of? She was scared of something. I'm going to help you a little bit. It wasn't the spider. The Spidey from Megamind. Can you remember what Granny McCauley was scared of? Cotton candy? Would you know it? Would you believe it even? Now, can you name the book in the Bible that is the story of creation is in? So it's the first book of the Bible, and it's where we find out about the creation of the world and the universe and everything. What's the name of that book? It's a bit of a tricky question. I don't mind if you ask an adult. The answer is Genesis. Genesis is the first book in the Bible. Okay, next one. Another one of our facts. Can you remember how many days, roughly, we were told by Granny McCauley it takes to walk round the world? So if we walked round the world, all the way round, how many days would it take us? Can you remember? It wasn't quite a year. So that's my hint. It wasn't a year, it was less than a year. Can you remember? How close can you get? Again, there's 3 numbers. 3 numbers. 346. Wowza. That'd be a long old walk, wouldn't it? Okay, last couple of questions. What did God do on the 7th day? Don't think we actually said this last week. What did he do on day 7? Do you know? Not can you remember because we didn't say it. And I'm not sure we actually read that part today either. So, this is your clever brains. On the 7th day, God rested. There you are. Did you get that right? What was Granny McCauley's favourite animal out of the 3 that we were shown? I don't know if you can remember all 3 animals. There was an elephant, a panda, and a giraffe. Which one was Granny McCauley's favourite out of the 3? Can you remember? Either type your answer or emoji in the box and let's see who gets it. It was the panda. Yes, she told us a story about, but she got it wrong. She told us a story about a video she'd seen on, she called it Tok-Tik, but it's TikTok. She's old, so. Wowza. Lots of questions today about different parts of Kids Church. So you've got to get those eyes a looking, those ears a listening, and their brain a ticking. That is the end of Kids Church this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Massive, massive thank you to Stephen and Hermano for their brilliant knowledge and insight, for their amazing dancing and singing today. Huge thank you to Albert and Danny and Nadia, of course, for our kids craft, which we all love so much, creating God's garden and lots of printing and artwork and painting, which is fantastic. I think that's everything we did today. So, Kids Church will be back next week. As I say, if you want to get involved, please get your parents to tell us so that we can make sure that you have a chance to get involved in Kids Church, because we love watching you. And I'm sure you all love watching your friends as well. Have a fantastic week and we'll see you next time.